to Game Vent. My name's Ethan York.
And I'm Justin, GameSage Borras.
And today we are doing a review of the Xbox exclusive Halo Spartan Assault.
So, let's go ahead and get our personal opinions out of the way before, we break it down for everyone. How did you enjoy the game?
Well, I did enjoy the game to a point. It was a bit repetitive, but, for $15, I think it was $15 worth of fun.
Right, yeah. And, it is an arcade, kind of like an arcade style type of game, kind of mindless shooting and stuff like that. I actually enjoy the game too. Again, it's only $15, so if you guys want to check it out, it's not going to put a big dent in your wallet or anything like that. So,
if you're excited for the new Halo and you want to get your Halo fix, might as well just drop $15.
Exactly. Personally, I haven't played Halo 4 yet, but whatever. So let's get into gameplay and stuff like that. It is a top-down view.
Yeah, similar to that of like Diablo 3 and something.
Right, exactly, like an RTS or like you were saying, Diablo 3 or something like that. It is a twin-stick shooter, so one joystick actually moves around, the other one moves the direction in which you're firing, so it might take some people a little getting used to, but it's still a lot of fun.
There's basically three main controls, the two thumbsticks and the right trigger. I mean, yes, there's ones to switch weapons.
Well, you got weapons to pick, or a button to pick up weapons, switch weapons.
But for the most part, your thumbsticks and the trigger is going to be what you're using most of the time.
Yeah, exactly. So, if you guys have ever played Halo before, you know what to expect from this game. It is a different view, but it's Halo.
It sounds the same, pretty much.
Exactly. They got the same enemies, same weapons, and speaking of weapons, what do you think your favorite weapon was in that game?
I don't know. I'm a little torn on between the dual SMGs and the assault rifle. Personally, I like the dual SMGs just because it shoots faster. But other than that, those are really probably, I would say the dual SMGs is probably my favorite. What about you?
I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah.
The dual SMGs were actually my absolute favorite. Now, one kind of bad thing that I did not like about this game is that in order to get more powerful weapons like the sniper rifle or the Spartan laser and stuff like that, you have to actually purchase those. Either by building up XP through the single player,
which takes a while.
It takes a little bit of time, or you can actually buy credits, which goes back to that whole pay-to-play style that I loathe so much.
One of the things that I really don't like about their weapon system is the fact that if you buy a weapon the previous level, you have to buy it again the next level, which is so stupid.
It does not transfer over to the next level, and I actually did not like that at all either.
Especially since it takes, I don't know, what would you say, 5 or 6 levels to get enough to even buy just the first available
Well,
weapon?
I think it took me about 5 or 6 levels to get the Spartan laser.
Yeah, just to use it for one thing, though? I don't think it's
right. Well, actually, at some points, like later on in the game, the single player, as you progress, obviously it gets, increasingly difficult. There was a point where I was fighting one of the main bosses. I think it was at the end of the 5th chapter, and I actually had to buy the Spartan laser just to beat the frickin' level. Another thing I did not like about the single player experience was the fact that they do have a co-op in this game, but you only get 5 levels with co-op, and those levels are not any of the single player levels at all, and that kind of ruined it a little bit for me because the co-op levels are very arcade style. Whereas, the single-player levels would just be, I think those levels would be a lot more fun, playing them with someone else.
Yeah. Disclaimer, though, to anybody who's going to play the co-op, unless you have somebody who you are willing to talk to, don't play the co-op, because you need somebody to communicate to play that game.
And they do not have local co-op. It is just Xbox Live, so... that's...
And the over-the-top view seems like something that would be really easy to make into a local co-op game, but...
Exactly. And again, with the co-op thing, it's unfortunate that they only have 5 levels.
Yeah.
And, the 5th level, God, that's a hard level. Me and Ethan still haven't beaten that one yet. We'll get there.
Yeah, hopefully.
We'll get there. But, But again... Plays like Halo.
Yeah, sounds like Halo.
Sounds like Halo. It is Halo. Yeah. It's supposed to be the bridge between Halo 3 and 4.
Something like that, yeah.
One thing I was confused about with the story, and, maybe I just didn't do enough research on it or something like that, I thought the Spartans were supposed to be gone.
Yeah.
They have Spartan Davis and Spartan, what was her name?
Something. Spartan something, we'll call it.
Oh yeah. Anyway, it was a girl Spartan and a guy Spartan, and I don't know what happened with that, but Sergeant or Master Chief was supposed to be the last Spartan surviving.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get into graphics.
Okay, graphics. This does look very nice. I don't think it uses, it's not necessarily like an eye-popping, graphics-wise.
In fact, I would say this could very easily pass as a 360 game.
Yeah.
Very easily.
If the graphics were dumbed down a little bit, like I was talking to you about before, it could even pass as a Flash game just because of how arcade style it feels, but the graphics are a little too good for it.
And Ethan was actually saying, as we were discussing this before the video started, he actually feels like this game could be on a tablet, and I can see that. I think the controls would be horrible on a tablet.
Yeah.
But
unless you have an NVIDIA Shield.
Right, yeah. I mean, this is definitely a game, that I can easily see being made in Unity or something like that, But the graphics, they're not bad.
Yeah.
They're not bad at all.
They're like in the middle. I would say they're okay graphics, but it's not something where we'd be like, wow, this is a really good use
you don't get a good, up close and personal view of anything since it is a top down game and stuff like that. So playability and replayability. All right, we both thought this game was fun. It is great for you to, pass anywhere between 1 to 2 hours, or if you only want to spend 15 minutes on it, is great for that too.
I think really this game is kind of just like a time killer, and that's pretty much it. And
it's not much for story. It does have some story in it, but it's mostly a reading-based thing, and it has some intro videos every time you start a new chapter and stuff like that.
One of the things that bugged me was that I know it's not really a story-driven game because it's more kind of focused on the fun. I didn't like how they had the super intense and emotional quotes between it. I feel like it's trying to add an intense level to the game, and it's not really there in the actual game.
Yeah, but Call of Duty's been doing that forever.
That's true. That's true.
That's not something that took me out of the game. Yeah. One thing that I personally didn't like that Ethan did like, but I can understand it, is it does have a point system. Now, just like Halo, all the other Halo games, you got your kill streaks, your kill-taculars, Kilimanjaros, all that other stuff. They're very, very easy to get in this game. But this game is a very point system driven game. Yeah. In order to get golds or silvers or bronzes, you have to kill a certain amount of people to get your multiplier up. Yeah. The only thing that I didn't like about that is sometimes the score was set so high, it's like you almost needed to purchase a point booster or something like that with your XP in order to reach those gold levels, and it's just I don't know.
Well, I feel like something that took me out of the game personally that does have to do with the point system is you're not even focused on playing the game anymore. You're more focused on point whoring. For example, you find the walls where all the enemies spawn, and you sit there and kill as many as possible until you have gold. I mean, that's what I did, and, because I really wanted to
I didn't realize it did. I thought there was a certain number of enemies in the map. There was points where I would kill all the enemies. I'm running around with, a little bit of time left being I need more points.
Yeah.
Where are all the enemies at? So
yeah, but I feel like I was kind of spawn trapping the AIs just to get more points, but I feel like the point system is something that really gave me purpose to play the game. I feel like if it wasn't there, I really would not have much motivation to play the game.
Yeah, but that's kind of where the replayability comes into play, because people who want your achievements and all that other stuff, we do, it gives it a certain amount of purpose to replay the game over and over, replay levels to get those gold stars and stuff like that. But other than that, it's pretty much a run and gun experience with this one.
Quite literally, you're running and shooting things.
Yeah, so, you still got, like I said before, you still got all your stuff. You got your tanks, your ghosts, your, there are banshees in the air. You don't really get to, control them or anything like that in terms of airplay or anything like that. But, overall, it's a decent game.
Yeah, I would say, And a score of 1 to 10, I would give it about a 7.
Which is we agreed on that.
Yeah, I think that's what the game deserves because it's not spectacular, but it's not horrible either. And I feel like 7 is right smack dab in the middle. Even though mathematically it's 5, I feel like 7 is the average score.
Right. Yeah. And the reason why we agreed on that is because again, if you're looking for a Halo 3 or a Halo 4 experience, this is not the game to do it. This is definitely a game to fill some time in between. Those two games. I know Halo 4 is already out, but it's just a really quick, fun, and simple game.
Yeah.
So
it's really not that hard to just pick up a controller and start playing it. I mean, there's, like I said before, there's pretty much 3 main controls. Everything else is it's not really
pretty much,
mandatory.
yeah. And you do get like special shield powers and special you run fast and all this other stuff. So so that's the score we're gonna give this game. If you guys haven't tried it out yet, definitely go out and try it out. Again, it's only $15, so it's not gonna put a dent in your wallet.
Link to the download on the Xbox Store down below. And quick note, if you want to get this on the Xbox 360 instead of the Xbox One, it does drop on the 360 Marketplace January 31st, 2014.
Yep, it does.
So I believe that's coming up relatively soon. So I think that's where we're going to end today's video. My name is Ethan York.
And I'm Justin GameSage Borras.
And we will see you guys some other time.